Since I've transitioned from corporate to being an entrepreneur, I'm listening to a lot of different podcasts of marketers that explain how to market your business, since that's something I need to learn, what to say to potential customers so that they understand that what you have to offer is something that could work for them. So the more I'm listening to these, the more I'm thinking to myself like, oh, this is so valuable in corporate, and I didn't ever have any access to this kind of thinking. I wasn't looking it up or using it. So I want to put it in front of you so that you can think about how you speak about your work and yourself in meetings and networking, trying to accomplish your deliverables in a way that makes it easier to get those deliverables done, but at the same time does the work of advancing your career strategically. For the best strategies to leverage the systems to move your career forward with alacrity and ease, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell, and help me let the algorithm know to show the videos to corporate women who want to help create gender-balanced leadership at all levels. I'm Christina dellisanti-Miller of Full Potential Realized, and I'm a career transition coach. I've helped hundreds of women move their career beyond what they thought was possible. I'm really interested in supporting women to transition from overworked, overlooked, undervalued to savvy navigator, one who uses her knowledge of how the system works and leverages that to access the roles that she really desires and thrive in them. I'm going to be using Rick Mulready's podcast, and this specific one is about creating your flagship offer. Today I'll give you the overview and the first piece. So if you were thinking about your corporate career as if you were an entrepreneur selling your work in the business, that does two things. As I said, it gets your deliverables done more effectively, and it helps you to manage your career more effectively at the same time. So the first thing you would be doing is understanding your client's key pain points and key challenges, and aligning your product to those specific business needs. And part of that is identifying where they are now, where they see themselves now, and where they want to be, and helping them understand how you can help them move from point A to point B with your unique solution. I think this formula can be leveraged practically every place in corporate, because everybody is providing services to everyone else. Either it's client-facing directly or it's to internal clients. When I was responsible for diversity, I might have said something like this. I actually did say something like this. This was one moment where it happened that I did the right thing. I didn't know all this stuff, but it worked out because I happened to do this thing. And if I was to go back, I would do this much more intentionally. I'm having a conversation with the head of the business about introducing gay and lesbian networks and an initiative to create more openness and respect in our organization. I'm doing that because I know at other organizations, they have initiatives that are designed to make sure that people feel welcome and belong and inclusive. And I know that at our organization, nobody is out, and that feels a little stifled and uncomfortable and doesn't work for the business. Is this an interesting conversation for him? Maybe or maybe not. But what else is happening at the same time is we are hiring complete groups, teams from companies all at once and lifting them and bringing them into our business. And this is a very costly initiative, and it's an important initiative, and that's something that really matters to him. So I'm thinking about what happens if this team that we're going to pick up and lift to our company works in an environment where there's a lot of inclusion efforts and the culture is open and people feel like they can operate as themselves with dignity and respect. And now a person on that team is going to come with their team into our environment. How's that going to work for that person? If that person is a great producer, we want this whole team to work well. They work well with the dynamic where everybody can reach their full potential, being their authentic selves. So now, me having that conversation with him about his business initiative and now how it overlaps with the problem I'm trying to solve, all of a sudden that becomes interesting and something that we're going to deliver on. And the identity he's at is leader of a business that's not that inclusive, and the identity he wants to be at is leader of a business that gets the best out of all their employees because they provide an environment where everybody can thrive. So this process that I'm going to take you through is crafting your offer. And if you were an entrepreneur, you would have a program that you're selling, but if you're a corporate person, you have work that you're selling inside your company, and you're selling yourself. So the first piece of the framing is understanding what are your clients' challenges and how your unique solution fits into the business problems that they're trying to solve for. So I'd be interested to hear in the comments, what kind of solution do you offer, whether it's accounting, whether it's legal, whether it's human resources. What is your particular solution, and how does it fit with the business challenges that your key clients are grappling with? In subsequent videos, I'll talk about the other components of your flagship offer, the premise, the promise, the process, and the price. And how you can use that framework, again, to market yourself and your deliverables in a way that's going to advance your career. Thinking about how you speak about your work to market yourself effectively and make your deliverables happen with greater ease is part of a positioning process that's inside of my 8-step system for advancing your career with alacrity. If you'd like to learn more about the first steps to position yourself effectively, grab my free cheat sheet at fullpotentialrealized.com/positioning. I'll put a link to it in the comments. I'm going to leave you with a playlist with additional tips and strategies to move your career forward. Thanks for watching this video. Give it a comment if you will, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Thanks. I look forward to seeing you next time.